All right. Camera is now on the other side of the helmet because I've got my new Cena that I got. I forget what kind it is. SF2, I think. SF2. So far, I really like it. Granted, I'm comparing it to the cheap Chinese ones because it's all I've ever had. Because, you know, I'm not going to finish that thought. Anyway, we are on our way to cycle gear, because there's some things I want to look at, and it's nice to be able to put stuff on, you know what I mean? Know if it fits, know if it's the right size. And we've got directions directly in my head. It's really got me thinking about these handlebars, man. Like, they work, it's fine, but I would like some different handlebars. They're just too low. I want them to be higher and a little bit wider. Do you think I could just bend them? Because they kind of swoop down. You see that? I don't know if you can see the way they swoop down. Oh yeah, we're not stopping. A little bit chilly today. Feels like it's like 50 degrees. Gotta go all the way to Wadsworth, so we got about 5 miles. See a little bit of highway edge. Oh man, fuck this shit. No one can stop you when you're on the FZ. You don't even have to shift when you're on the FC. You just keep it in first gear and go forever. Alright, we're definitely skipping ahead though to the front of the 9. Man, that easy pull lever on the KLR has me spoiled now. I really want one for the FZ too. But this thing just goes, doesn't it? Without even trying. It's such a difference riding this versus the old KLR. The KLR's awesome. I love it. But she is dog slow compared to this thing. I hope the audio's okay. I kind of got the microphone in a new spot, so I guess we'll find out when I get home. If you're not first, you're last. What would you do with $80 million? Well, I guess you don't get 80. What do you get, like 40%? So you get like 32 million. What would you do with $32 million? That's enough to never work again, that's for goddamn sure, if you didn't want to. You could buy a house in Colorado. I would finally be a homeowner. thing is just so smooth. And then you're going fucking 80 miles an hour without even trying. This is definitely a better distance bike because of that. Because I could just like randomly go 100, 130, whatever. But it doesn't do the off-road shit, so... But when I'm dealing with traffic and I want to be more nimble, yeah, dude, definitely the FZ is better. Highway runs, FZ wins. Mountain twisties, FZ wins. Urban exploring, KLR, bro, all day. Yeah, if you want to do a mountain camping trip, KLR fucking wins handily. You want to do some single track OHV shit? I mean, maybe you could do that on here. You could put some new tires on it or something, but this is another bike where you don't need to put gas in it very often. I mean, the KLR has a 6.1 gallon tank and gets about 40 to 50 miles per gallon depending on how you ride it. Oh shit, I gotta take that exit. The FZ6, however, has a 5.1 gallon tank, so it's only 1 gallon less. And if you ride this thing nice and you put it in top gear on the highway and go the speed limit, you can get 60 miles a gallon off of this thing. So you can get 300 miles off a tank if you wanted to. Which is cray-cray for a motorcycle. That's like car numbers. Which is why they classify this as a sport touring versus the sister bike, the R6. Which this has the same motor as, but not exactly, you know. It's detuned slightly. I believe that the R6 makes about 120 horse-ish. And the FZ6 makes 105 is what it's claimed on the internet. I don't know, I've never got it dynoed. Certainly it probably makes less than that here in Colorado. But it's also no slouch. It's only 15 less horsepower on paper than the R6. And it shows. I mean, that was 0 to 70. Again, I don't know, maybe the speedometer's off a little bit. I would be open to believing that. In which case that was 0 to 60 at least, you know. Funny, I'm out here like looking at all the places I can go on the KLR. Like down there, what is all that? I don't know, but I want to find out. Can I find out on the FZ6? No. But it's fine. Again, there are things that this bike is way better at. So, I wouldn't give up either of these bikes. Unless, maybe, for a T700. Because then you kind of get, I mean, it's not quite as much power as this has, but I honestly don't quite need as much power. I mean, like, let's be honest, this thing's got a little bit more power. If I use all the power, I'm breaking the shit out of the law. I don't know what that guy's doing. But I don't think he's where he's supposed to be. Actually around the area that I bought this bike at. Somewhere around here. I forget exactly where the dude lived at. He was asking $1,200 for it. I got them down $100. I got them down to $1,100, which for this bike, I mean, fixed up, these go for $3,000 all day. It had some things wrong with it, not really that much, honestly. Like, it had blown fork seals, which means it needed some attention to the brakes. The front brake caliper had a seal that was broken too, so it was leaking that caustic brake fluid out. I had to replace the brake pads, of course, and clean off that rotor really good, which was a bitch. The front tire had a problem with the valve stem, so it was leaking air. So you put air in it and it just leaks right out. Not right out, but fast enough where I had to fill up with air once on the way home. Like once at the homie's house that I bought it from, and once halfway home I had to put air in it again. So that had to get fixed right away. The fork seals, obviously, which was a learning experience and a bitch, but that got done. And the plastics are a bit banged up, which I never did anything about. So, as far as I know, that's all that needed to get done on the bike. Now again, I want to put, I did put a new chain on it, actually, when I think about it. But I do want to put a new chain and sprocket on it to give it a little bit more torque, a little bit less higher speeds, you know what I'm saying? And what else do I want to do? Something with the plastics to make it look a little bit better, because they are busted apart, and the more I ride it, the more they bust apart. Even though I'm not hitting anything, it's just the wind going by them at 100 miles an hour or whatever tends to make little bits of plastic fly off that are already prone to flying off. Maybe a new windshield would be nice, because that thing is kind of sun faded and shitty looking, and like a blacked out one would make this thing clean up quite a bit. But the problem is the front cowling on these things, because they don't make them anymore, at least not this body style for sure, because it's a 2003, 2004, it's a 2004. Yeah, that front cowling is like $500 fucking dollars, dude. And that's like, even if you find one that matches, which you probably won't, you know. So then you're buying just like a complete one and spray painting it, and then you're doing a rattle can job on the whole fucking vehicle, and then it looks like shit because you did a rattle can job on it. So it's like, I just haven't gone down that road yet, you know what I mean? I've been just talking a fucking way. Talk. But whatever, man, I got a fucking screaming deal on this thing. Especially since it's needed basically fucking nothing. I mean, that's not true. But nothing major anyway. You know, mechanically major, the motor, the engine rather, and the gearbox, or the gears on this thing. Everything works good. The clutch, I guess you should say. It's fine. But man, if you're going fast at all, you can't hear anything, even music. Alright, Colfax is the next left. There's the police. Woman cop, those are the worst kind. You know, statistically, you're more likely to get shot if it's a woman cop. Same set of circumstances. I find that to be terrifying. Why? Because they're terrified. Because they know that you as a man can outpower them at any time. So you get uppity at all, they're likely to shoot you. Versus with like a big man cop, you get uppity, he's likely to fucking wrestle you to the ground or something, you know what I mean? Not that I plan on getting uppity, but even perceived as uppity by them, and they'll shoot you, dude. I've seen it before. Or they'll have their taser out, they think, but it's not their taser, and they're like, oh, taser, and they'll fucking try to tase you and shoot you. Or they'll shoot you while they're reholstering, or they'll shoot you with your own gun while they're clearing it. All of these things I've seen from the women cop. I don't trust either cop, though, to be fair. Fuck all the police. That was gay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my gayness. But not for my gay anus. little bit of rain never hurt nobody. Oh, look at the police. You really You scared, buddy? You're scared. I would have bought a pair of shoes. They had some shoes that I liked at a price that I liked. Unfortunately, they didn't have the right size. And we're first. Hey, we're on first, too. We're first on first. Ooh, my balls. This guy, he's not my kind of guy. Tell me you're gay without telling me you're gay. Massage therapy school. Is that where they teach you how to give hand jobs? I assume. Skipping ahead, I don't care. Skipping, skipping, skipping. Always keep on skipping. Fucking keep on skipping. Motorcycle. I want to be first. I don't mean to be a jerk. Woo! They got a little close together there. I didn't like that. Excuse me, please. Excuse me, please. Excuse me. I'm tired of all the traffic, man. I don't know. Am I being too impatient? Perhaps. Bro. Ooh, that's a cool little dirt road. Jigsaw. You say jigsaw when you do things, then it's okay. Jigsaw. Two lanes become one, and this guy doesn't get it. What a douche. Well, whatever, I'm doing douche shit too, huh? Damn, this camera turns into a sail on the side of your head at these speeds. Sorry, bud. You go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead. You wanted to get over? Go ahead. It's fine. And it's crazy having 6 gears. Like, I'm going 6,000 RPMs at 70. Like 75, that's like where the KLR starts running out of power. This thing isn't even getting into the power in top gear. Anyway, I got a hat, and I looked at some stuff that I wanted to get. I didn't get the pair of shoes that I wanted because they didn't have the right size. And I guess I didn't really look at any of the other gear that I wanted to look at. I don't know. I felt weird. People looking at me like, do you have any questions? Like, no, man, leave me the fuck alone. I don't know. It's the antisocial inside of me flaring up. I don't know. Do you think I could bend these handlebars the way they are? Because I'd hate to. I mean, it's fine if I have to, but it would suck to have to switch out the throttle cables and the clutch cable and the brake lines, and you know what I mean? Because then it would be like low, like higher and wider. I'm thinking like maybe right here. That would feel better than right here maybe. But if we could bend it up to like right here, maybe that'd be a good happy median. I don't know. Anyway, just ignore this and she's a good bike. Oh yeah, and this too. Ignore that. She dirty. God, this fucking bike, dude. Alright. 25, 29, we're going 30. Alright, 30. 50. And 30. 60. Yep, I like this bike too. I like all my bikes.
Well, that's it, everybody. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you all for checking out the channel again. I hope you enjoyed the ride and the comparison between FZ6 and KLR 650. Obviously, two way different bikes, but, you know, I own both of them, so I guess, you know, if anyone's qualified to talk about the subject, it's your boy. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Deuces, y'all. Sean up in Fridge, Trooper to Shabba to Pressure, Bad Cat, Care Prick, the Troops, 2 words, made in America, and we'll see you next time. Deuces, y'all.